Hello, this is Giles from Hurstville Museum and Gallery, and today I've got a very simple video tutorial for you to assist in your application for our community art spaces in 2026. So in this video, I'll give you some advice in preparing your application and give you a preview of the form as it goes along. My advice overall would be to prepare your answers ahead of time so that you can copy and paste them directly into the form once you're ready. Okay, with that, let's begin. So here we'll start a submission and we'll be prompted to log in or register. If you've previously made an application with Smartygrants before, you may already have login details, so you'd be free to enter them in here. And if not, you'd click to register. So all that's required is your name, an email address, and a password, and then register. Okay, now that we're logged in, we're ready to start our submission. So I'll click here and carry on to the next page. So it just gives you the advice in this section to say that it's a good idea to save regularly as you go through and complete your application, as if you're automatically logged out, you'll lose any unsaved work. So keep that in mind as you complete the application process. And there's some information here regarding the terms and conditions. And today's applications cover both the Hurstville Museum and Gallery and the Clive James Library and Service Centre in Kogarah. So on to the next page of the application. So we begin with the artist details, and then we include some details of our proposed exhibitions, as well as some additional information. So I've created a document that I will work from to populate my answers so that I'm ready to go. And I'd advise you to do the same. So I'll go through and populate this page, and we can have a look at what is required. Okay, so I've gone through and populated some of the information required for the form so you can see what to prepare ahead of time in considering your application. So there's name details, your address, contact number, and an email address. And then if you've selected that your application is that of an individual, you'll be asked to describe your connection to the Georges River region in 50 words or less. Always good to keep track of that word count and as well provide a short artist bio, which is of the same length, so about 50 words. So I've gone through and added in answers to these, and you'll also have the opportunity to check any of these boxes which apply to you. Okay, on to the next page. So on this page here, we'll include some details of our proposed exhibition. And we begin by selecting which of the two exhibition spaces on offer are most suitable for our work. So there's the Dragon's Lair Gallery, which is in Hurstville Museum and Gallery, and another space at the Clive James Library and Service Centre in Kogarah. Both of them are opportunities for the public to interact with your work, so feel free to select the exhibition space that suits you best. So there's a few exhibition details to include as you complete your application. So we'll start with a title for the show and a brief summary and aims of the exhibition. So this is up to 100 words. And here, where it asks for are there any special requirements for your artwork, it's worth giving some consideration to how you'd like to present the show. So if you were an artist who works in 3D, you might require a collection of plinths to display your works. So feel free to include anything here that will make it possible to show your work. So the next thing for us to think about are the preferred months of our exhibition. So feel free to select a few months that would suit you. There'll be opportunities to exhibit throughout the year. So for the purpose of this application, I've selected March, April, and May. You can also indicate if you wish to sell the artworks in your exhibition, yes or no. And then you provide a bit of supporting documentation. So it requests a minimum of 5 images of your proposed work in the JPEG format or a PDF document of compiled images. For the purpose of this, I've included both 5 images as well as the compiled PDF document. And I'll show you what that PDF looks like to give you a better sense of how you might pitch your work. So here is an example of a PDF which compiles a collection of artwork images pitched for this exhibition. So in it, I've included the image of the artwork, the name of the artist, the title of the work, the medium, in this case being a photograph, and that it's an edition of 3, as well as the size. This will give us a good sense of what sort of works you create, and I've put forward all 5 works into the same formatting so that someone would be able to consider the application as a whole. Finally, on this page, you're asked to provide an artist CV as a PDF or a Word document, and I'll show you again what an example of that would look like. So here is a CV example which might suit this application. So I've included some information regarding the artist, so contact information and an address as well as the name. Um, some things to consider including in your CV are education that might be relevant to your application, any group exhibitions you've been a part of, and any skills which are relevant to your practice. So it doesn't necessarily need to be extensive, but anything that might help us get a better sense of you as an artist. So on to the next page of our application. So we're just providing some additional information, which includes how you heard about the opportunity, and if you'd like to go on the mailing list. And then there's a submission declaration here for you to acknowledge and include your name. And then on to the next page. So here you'll have a chance to download your application as a PDF and look through all of the answers that you've provided to make sure that they are what you wanted to say. So give it a good review before you hit submit. But all of the information you've provided will be here, including all of the image files and the CV that you've uploaded. And then as you get to the bottom, you'll be able to hit submit. So you'll receive this message that says that your submission's been received, and there'll be a specific number attached to the file, and you'll also receive that to your email address. And then your application's been received. So yeah, I hope this tutorial gave you a good sense of how to complete your application. And if you have any questions as you go through and you'd like some more advice, you're very welcome to contact us with any questions. And you'd also be welcome to visit and ask any of the team here if they can give you a hand. We'd be happy to help. Okay. Have a nice day.